top echelons of the BJP have reposed their faith in Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath to lead from the front in the Mahayudh of Uttar Pradesh, which is now just months away. That is why the Prime Minister, in a period of 2 months, has given his stamp of approval to Yogi once again. And this morning, when he was in Aligarh, while he was inaugurating the Rana Pratap Singh College University in Uttar Pradesh, he said that the Yogi Sarkar's main achievements had been good governance, corruption-free governance, as well as control on the law and order situation. Listen in to the Prime Minister's first-hand praise of Uttar Pradesh Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath.
एक दौर था जब यहां शासन प्रशासन गुंडों और माफियाओं की मनमानी से चलता था, लेकिन अब वसूली करने वाले, माफिया राज चलाने वाले सलाखों के पीछे हैं। 4-5 साल पहले परिवार अपने ही घरों में डर करके जीते थे। बहन बेटियों को घर से निकलने में, स्कूल कॉलेज जाने में डर लगता था।
The Prime Minister's vote of confidence wasn't without facts. In fact, he went on and numbers support the point that was made by the Prime Minister. There has been a 29% drop in murder cases under the Yogi Sarkar as compared to Akhilesh's government in 2016. In fact, there has been a drop of 107% in rape cases in the state, 25% drop in cases of loot, and 234% drop in cases of dacoity. And this is as per the data given by the National Crime Records Bureau. However, the vote of confidence by the Prime Minister did not find too many takers in the opposition, who said that Modi's desperate marketing pitch can't sell a failed product. Listen in to what the opposition had to say.
तो प्रधानमंत्री जी को होम डिपार्टमेंट का, और अगर होम डिपार्टमेंट के डेटा नहीं मंगा सकते तो कम से कम डायल 100 का डेटा मंगाना चाहिए। ये तो पता ही होगा, सबको पता है, उत्तर प्रदेश के वो मुख्यमंत्री हैं जिन्होंने अपने मुकदमे वापस लिए।
राजनीति में भारतीय जनता पार्टी का अपना एक चरित्र है जो बहुत उजागर हो गया है। उत्तर प्रदेश में 4.5 साल में खूब उजागर हुआ है। जिस तरह से इन्होंने बलात्कारियों का साथ दिया, गुंडों का साथ दिया, बेईमानी की, जो भी भारतीय जनता पार्टी के खिलाफ बोलेगा उसको कभी रोहिंग्या बोलेंगे, कभी पाकिस्तानी बोलेंगे, कभी अफगानिस्तानी बोलेंगे।
So that brings me to the legitimate question on the news hour tonight. Is CM Yogi Uttar for BJP in Uttar Pradesh? That's the question, and the hashtag Yogi Uttam for Modi. That's the hashtag and the debate coming up on the other side.
You're watching the News Hour at 9, debate number 1 on Times Now, Super Prime Time.
And joining me tonight is Sanju Verma, national spokesperson of the BJP, Abhishek Sudhir, advocate and political analyst, Anurag Bhadoria, spokesperson of the Samajwadi Party, Faizan Khan, spokesperson of the BSP. But my first question goes to Dr. Anand Ranganathan, author, scientist, professor, and my friend. Dr. Anand Ranganathan, why is the opposition just so charged up today? Because the Prime Minister has patted the back of Yogi Adityanath and actually backed it up by the figures. I want to ask you, I mean, many whispers were doing the rounds over the last couple of months. And the BJP has also set the cat amongst the pigeons because they've changed chief ministers both in Uttarakhand and Gujarat in recent times. So many were expecting कि भाई योगी में भी कुछ ना कुछ बदलाव आने वाला है, उत्तर प्रदेश में भी कुछ होगा। अब वो हुआ नहीं, प्रधानमंत्री ने उनके कसीदे गा दिए, तो ऑपोजिशन थोड़ी मायूस है, थोड़ी वरिड सी नजर आ रही है। Dr. Anand Ranganathan?
No, good evening, Navika. Two issues here. As to quickly address the first one, the BJP will only remove Yogi Adityanath as a chief minister when they want him as a prime ministerial candidate. As far as the second question is concerned, which is the main thrust of the issue, Modi is right. Hilarious. Sir, your turn will come. Your turn will come. Or is it your turn? I'm not very sure.
This channel. You get to make 10 points every night. So please, number one, number two, number three,
your chance to embarrass yourself.
Well, he hasn't even started with his first point. And Mr. Sudhir, a little bit of patience. Delhi abhi dur hai, Lucknow mein hum hai, par Lucknow ki gaddi का कॉन्टेस्ट भी अभी दूर है, तो थोड़ा सा इत्मीनान, थोड़ी सी वेट कर लीजिए, बोलने दीजिए आनंद जी।
ऐसा राष्ट्र की बात करते हैं, ये भाषण देते हैं। चलिए
Navika, can I please have my say, or will this gentleman continue to interrupt me?
No, go on, Dr. Anand Ranganathan.
Yes, Sudhir ji, with due respect, मेरे बारे में नहीं, अपने क्लाइंट्स के बारे में सोचिए। वो आपको देख रहे हैं, आपको देखने के बाद कहेंगे लॉयर, जज से माय लॉर्ड, हमें ऐसा लॉयर नहीं चाहिए जो अपनी एम्बैरेसमेंट करा रहा है नेशनल टीवी पे। हम अपने आप को रिप्रेजेंट कर लेंगे। नाविका,
प्रोफेसर, think about your students.
Navika, is this
okay, all right. I'm lowering all faders. Dr. Anand Ranganathan makes the first point.
Yes, Navika, I hope I won't be interrupted by, we were talking about Gunda Raj under Akhilesh government. ये तो यहाँ पे prove करने लग गए हैं. No, but to come back, I hope I won't be interrupted. Modi is right in applauding Yogi as far as law and order improvement is concerned. The latest data we have is from 2019-20 from NCRB. But that is good enough to see the trend. There is no doubt that law and order has improved under Yogi Adityanath compared to the years under Akhilesh Yadav. And this is a fact across multiple parameters. For example, let me give you the raw data. In 2017, UP recorded 4,089 cases of robbery. In 2019, it was 2,241. Cases of dacoity have nearly halved in the state from 263 in 2017 to 124 in 2019. Cases related to murder have decreased from 4,324 in 2017 to 3,806 in 2019. There is a reduction of 45% in rape cases from 3,419 in 2016 to 2,317 in 2019-20. The Yogi government has so far seized and demolished 1,000 crore worth of property held by mafias and criminals. 10,021 criminals with bounties on their heads are in jail right now, pulling their heels. 36,990 criminals have been arrested under the Gangster Act, while 523 accused have been booked under the NSA. Number of riots have come down from 8,018 in 2016 to 5,714 in 2019. But there's a reality check. While most parameters may have improved, it is still dismal when it comes to crimes against women. UP ranked the highest at 59,853 in 2019. In fact, Navika, it has written 66% between 2015 and 2019. For Rajasthan, by the way, it is 41% rise, 47% rise. But to be sure, when you normalize it with population, to 55 cases per 1 lakh population, Delhi is 144 cases per 1 lakh population, for instance. But still, we are talking of a huge lacuna here. And we must be extremely wary of excuses like reported crime has increased because increased reporting has increased. These claims do not stand the test of scientific scrutiny. Kerala, for example, always uses this excuse to explain why rape incidence rate of UP is 3.7 to Kerala's 10.7. Now we got just 30 seconds. Coming back, do we remember the Akhilesh years, the rampant Gunda Raj, 622 incidents of goons brutally attacking the policemen reported in the state under the Akhilesh Yadav government. And who said this? Akhilesh Yadav government itself in the floor of the assembly. Shall we talk of that garrulous item number entertainment the state government arranged for politicians in Safai, or of Azam Khan and his buffaloes, and on what the money and the resources were spent on instead of tackling crime? This is a no debate.
Can I come in, please, Navika?
Absolutely no debate. Yes, Mr. Sudhir. Go on.
Yeah.
You disagree with these numbers? You disagree with the numbers that the budget of Uttar Pradesh has gone up from 2 lakh crores to 5 lakh crores between just 2017 to 2019. Do you disagree with the fact that UP was at the 5th number in the GDP when Yogi took over in 2017? In 2019 he's at number 2. Tax collections have also gone up 3 times. So at what number are you going to dispute better governance by Yogi Adityanath?
Can I please speak? Okay. Yeah. Now, Mr. Ranganathan spoke of Gundaraj. Yogi Adityanath has been accused of attempted murder, attempted to murder. He has been accused of rioting.
I never
criminal
say any other
insanity.
panelist name. You know that. I say my piece and that's it. Why does he need to take
Navika, please. Navika, please back him down. Please give me the courtesy of giving me 1 minute of uninterrupted.
Navika, you must step in here. I've had enough of this guy. He claims to be an advocate. Is this how he behaves in court? The judge will show him out.
You want me to brawl with you. You want me to treat you like an inspector?
सड़क छाप वाली बातें करना यहाँ बंद करो. You want to talk,
Let me
you want
speak.
to give data, you want to have your peace of mind, do not take my name. You understand?
Well, the data is publicly quoted data, so let's not take each other's names. Advocate Sudhir, you make your point. You make the point. Can you refute the numbers? Can you refute the numbers as far as the economic growth is concerned? Can you refute the numbers that 7 new airports and 17 more are coming up in Uttar Pradesh? I want to ask you, give me facts and figures, and I will begin to believe you if you can contradict any of these facts and figures.
Can I give you a fact and figure? Will you let me speak? Yeah. Smriti Irani, the Women and Child Development Minister, has said that 4 lakh children in Uttar Pradesh are severely malnourished. Mr. Adityanath talks of ration. Where is the ration to these children? All they get from him is pasta. Today, Yogi sees Abba Jan had come to Aligarh. और पापा कहते हैं कि उत्तर प्रदेश में गवर्नमेंटल ग्रोथ है. जी हाँ, एक इंजन का नाम है अडानी और दूसरे इंजन का नाम है अंबानी. ये है डबल इंजन ग्रोथ. Coming to the health of our children in Uttar Pradesh, in the civil hospital in Lucknow, children are dying of a mystery fever. Over 50 children have lost their lives to a mystery fever. Instead of talking about those children, Mr. Yogi Adityanath is abusing other people's fathers and playing Abba Jan politics. This is the mentality of a gunda. This is the mentality of a gunda. Anand Ranganathan.
Well, Sanju Verma, Advocate Sudhir is talking about Adani and Ambani. Can you recall the number of organizations and institutions that were set up with the Ambanis in Uttar Pradesh in in Akhilesh Yadav's time? And why has investors become a bad name? Is this for cheap publicity? I mean, if there were no investments, if there were no companies, if there were no factories, where would people work?
Exactly. Navika, I need to make a couple of quick points now. I think the debate has taken a very interesting turn. First and foremost, let me make it very clear that Abba Jan was just a pejorative term to showcase to the opposition that between 2002 and 2010, there was a food scam worth rupees 35,000 crore, whereby food meant for BPL card holders was diverted to people in Bangladesh and Nepal for reasons best known to the Samajwadi Party and BSP dispensations at that point in time. Point number 2, those who say that Yogi Adityanath has nothing to show by way of governance. I want to say a couple of things, Navika. Between 2002 and 2017, in 15 years, Uttar Pradesh got just 2 expressways. The Yamuna Expressway and the Lucknow-Meerut Expressway, which, by the way, was completed by the Yogi dispensation. But do you know how many expressways are now being completed? I think this is not fair, Navika. Can I please not be heckled by this goon?
Mr. Sudhir, if you keep speaking over everybody, I will really have to ask you to, I will really have to either mute you or ask you to leave, because you're not allowing anybody to speak. Everybody has a democratic right to participate in the debate, and nobody wants to be spoken over by you whenever they're making a point. So, Mr. Sudhir, discipline is as important as democracy and freedom of speech are. So just wait for your turn, and if you don't know what that means, then I'm muting you or you're free to leave. Complete your point, Sanju Verma.
Thank you, Navika. Thank you so much. Much appreciated. Navika, the point is, I'll quickly, just wrap up. Between 2002 and 2017, in 50 years, we got just two expressways, the Yamuna Expressway and the Lucknow-Meerut Expressway. By the way, the Lucknow-Meerut Expressway was completed by the Yogi dispensation. But more importantly, within just last 4.5 years, you have the Ganga Expressway coming up, which will connect Meerut with Prayagraj. You have the Gorakhpur Expressway. You have the Bundelkhand Expressway, which will connect Agra, Gonda and Etawah. And you have the Purvanchal Expressway of more than 341 kilometers, which will connect eastern and western UP. Now, more importantly, people who say that laying the foundation stone of the, Mahendra Pratap Singh University was a Jat outreach by the Prime Minister. Excuse me, if you visit the website of Aligarh Muslim University, you will see the name of Sayyid Ahmad Khan, but you will not find the name of Raja Mahendra Pratap Singh, who was one of the biggest donors of land to the Aligarh Muslim University. Why is it that our children and our future generation should not know about the legacy of our freedom fighters who've long been forgotten? Does anyone know that the first provincial in-exile government was formed by Raja Mahendra Pratap Singh in Kabul in 1915 and that he fought valiantly against the British? No, because Congress history and Marxist historians have limited the freedom struggle to Jawaharlal Nehru and a couple of others. Do we know about Senapati Bajpat? Do we know about Peer Ali Khan? Do we know about Begum Hazrat Mahal? Do we know about Lakshmi Sehgal? No. Point number 3, and most importantly, okay, if you do feel that we are trying a Jat outreach, just tell me one thing. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has done so much for farmers, and most of the farmers are Jat. I will tell you what he's done. In the last 4.5 years, 1.25 lakh crore has been given as compensation or subsidies to sugarcane farmers. Point number 2, more than 378 lakh metric tons of food grain has been procured at MSP at a cost of 66,000 crore to the government for Uttar Pradesh farmers alone. Point number 3, 36,000 crore of loans of Uttar Pradesh farmers have been waived off. Point number 4, under Pradhan Mantri Kisan Yojana, 27,000 crore has been given to the farmers of Uttar Pradesh alone.
अनुराग भदौरिया जी, विकास के मुद्दे पर तो आपको कोई आपत्ति नहीं होनी चाहिए. आपको अब्बा जान से आपत्ति थी, पर विकास के मुद्दे पर जो आंकड़े मोदी जी ने गिनाए और अब हमारे साथ हैं यहाँ पर जो बीजेपी की प्रवक्ता, उन्होंने गिनाए, आपको शायद इनसे तो कोई तकलीफ नहीं होनी चाहिए.
नाविका जी, आपको वैसे
No, I haven't. How can I forget? How can I forget your name, Sanju Verma? How can I forget your name? I was trying to get Anurag Bhadoria, to come and talk on Vikas because he has a problem with Abbajan.
वो आप भूल भी सकती उनका नाम, क्योंकि आप भी लखनऊ में, मैं भी लखनऊ में हूँ. लखनऊ की खासियत ये होती है कि बाहर के लोगों को लखनऊ वाले भूल जाते हैं. कोई दिक्कत नहीं है, आप भूल गई तो आप अच्छी बात है, भूल जाना चाहिए कुछ लोगों के नाम तो. लेकिन मैं आपको बता रहा हूँ, जिस तरह से आपने विकास की अभी जो किताबी सुना आपने, एक पेपर में लिख के लाई है, उन्हें याद भी नहीं है, वो लिखी लिखाई बात है. सुन, मैं अपनी बात पूरी कर लूँ. मैं आपके बीच में नहीं बोला. अरे मैडम, मैं आपके बीच में नहीं बोला. अरे नाविका जी, लखनऊ में मैं चिल्लाना नहीं चाहता हूँ भाई. नाविका,
भदौरिया जी, जिस तरह आप कुछ लोगों का नाम भूलना चाहते हैं, ये क्यों नहीं जान लेते कि कुछ लोगों का दिमाग भी चलता है.
नहीं, वो उनका दिमाग की. अब मैं अपनी बात कह लूँ. देखो, नहीं नाविका जी, टाइम खत्म हो जाएगा. जिस तरह से उन्होंने ये झूठ जुमले का जो विकास पढ़ा, इसको बोलते हैं झूठ जुमले का विकास. इनमें से अगर आप जरा सा पलट के पूछ लेते कि एक्सप्रेस वे आपने इतने गिना दिए, एक आध का वीडियो दिखा दो जिसपे गाड़ी चल रही हो कहीं पे, इतने एक आध का ही दिखा दो. छोड़ो, इतने गिना दिया आपने इतना गिना दिया. मैं तो कह रहा हूँ कि जब वहां पे मीटिंग हो रही थी तो जरा वहां से 100 किलोमीटर दूर चले जाते, जहां बच्चों की मौतें हुई है, वो भी लगे हाथ बता देते कि कैसे माँ की गोदी सूनी हो गई, वहां पे बुखार से बच्चों की मौतें हुई है. वो क्या उत्तर प्रदेश के बच्चे नहीं है, या उत्तर प्रदेश की बच्चियां नहीं थी वो जिनकी मौतें हुई है फिरोजाबाद में? उसकी चर्चा नहीं होगी? कहते बहन बेटियां सुरक्षित है. बहन बेटियों की हालत क्या है वो आपने देखा है, हाथरस का कांड आपने देखा है यहाँ पे किस तरह से लखीमपुर खीरी की बच्ची के साथ किस सरेआम चीरन हुआ। आपने देखा महोबा में कैसे जिंदा जला दी गई बच्ची। आपने देखा किस तरह की घटना उन्नाव में हुई थी। ये उत्तर प्रदेश की बच्चियां हैं, बाराबंकी की बच्ची के साथ, ये उत्तर प्रदेश की बच्चियां हैं। यहाँ न्याय मांगने के लिए बच्चियों को आत्मदाह करना पड़ता है मुख्यमंत्री दफ्तर के सामने, तब जाके कहीं न्याय की बात होती है। और जहां तक बात कर रहे थे आप माफियाओं की, उत्तर प्रदेश के मुख्यमंत्री के ऊपर में आपराधिक मुकदमे, डिप्टी सीएम पे आपराधिक मुकदमे, इनके मंत्रियों पे, विधायकों पे 114 ऐसे विधायक जिससे आपराधिक मुकदमे हैं। अपराधी तो उनके बगल में ही खड़े थे कि अपराधियों पे अपने ही मुकदमे अपने ऊपर से हटा रहे। संगीन मुकदमे क्यों अपने ऊपर से हटा रहे भाई अपने मुकदमे? तो अगर आप आपराधिक मुकदमे पे जाओगे तो भारतीय जनता पार्टी पे तो ऐसे ऐसे मुकदमे हैं कि मुख्यमंत्री
अनुराग भदौरिया जी,
तो कभी
अनुराग भदौरिया जी, हर उस बच्चे की बीमारी, हर उस बच्चे की मौत, हर उस मौत के लिए कम से कम हम उन्हें आंकड़ों की तरह नहीं गिनते। हम
क्या बात
जानते हैं, एक मां हूं, मैं भी जानती हूं कि बच्चों के जाने से क्या होता है। लेकिन सवाल आज संजू वर्मा से यह भी पूछूंगी कि कम से कम ये तो नहीं कह सकता कोई कि मौतें पहले नहीं हुई थी। हमारी जो हेल्थ व्यवस्था है उसको सुधरना चाहिए, इसमें कहीं दो राय नहीं हो सकती। पर ये बिल्कुल नहीं सुधरी, ये कहना भी गलत होगा। कितने यहां केंद्रीय अस्पताल बने हैं, एम्स के दो खोले गए हैं यहां पर ब्रांचेस। हमारे यहां पर डिस्ट्रिक्ट में अगर उत्तर प्रदेश के देखा जाए तो यहां पर कई सारे दिए हैं इन्होंने नंबर कि यहां पे कई सारे अस्पताल और डिस्ट्रिक्ट हेडक्वार्टर्स में हेल्थ फैसिलिटीज बनी है। आपको ये नहीं नजर आता अनुराग भदौरिया? इस बात पर भी, बच्चों की सेहत पर भी आप राजनीति करना चाहते हैं?
अरे नाविका जी, नाम
मैं प्लीज नाविका
पूछ रहा हूँ, नाम बताइए कौन सा एम्स 2 बन गए?
नाविका जी, मैं आई कम इन?
नाम मैं चैलेंज करता हूँ नाविका जी,
नाम बताइए। संजू वर्मा जी नाम बताइए।
नहीं नाम बताइए और वीडियो दिखाइए, चल रहा होगा। बताने को तो गिना दोगे कि हमने ये बनाया वो बनाया। कौन सा एम्स है जहाँ पे आपने इलाज करवाया?
ओह माय गॉड,
अच्छा, 30 नए मेडिकल कॉलेज और 2 नए एम्स रायबरेली और गोरखपुर में सैंक्शन हो चुके हैं। बताइए इनको। संजू वर्मा मानते नहीं है ये आपकी बात ना योगी जी की, इनको आप आंकड़े बता दीजिए।
Navika ji, can this professional heckler be muted for a while? I don't want to hear great his voice. You know, this is not done. This man is going on and on and on. I need to quickly wrap up by making a few points.
अनुराग भदौरिया।
Oh my God.
ओके, अनुराग भदौरिया जी, समय समाप्त होने पर गाड़ी निकल जाती है, स्टेशन से गाड़ी निकल चुकी है। संजू वर्मा आप रिबट करिए और फिर मैं फैजान खान साहब के पास जाना चाहती हूँ।
Anurag Bhadoria has been repeatedly saying कि किताब लेकर आई है। Anurag Bhadoria, is it difficult for you to expect somebody to actually remember numbers? Numbers are my strength. I don't come with any paper to a television debate unlike you. Now the more important point, Navika, these are numbers that are publicly available. The GDP, as you pointed out, today in absolute terms in Uttar Pradesh is the second highest in the country at more than 17.5 lakh crore. The average GDP growth under Yogi Adityanath is 8.3%. And interestingly, in ease of doing business, Uttar Pradesh is ranked number 2. और जो लोग बच्चों की बात करते हैं, मैं नाविका जी से पूरी तरह सहमत हूँ. Every life is precious. But let me also remind Mr. Sudhir and Anurag Bhadoria, in 2018, the United Nations actually applauded the Yogi Adityanath government for fully immunizing children in Uttar Pradesh against the Japanese encephalitis.
फैजान खान, यही बात है कि आप या तो ग्लास हाफ फुल देखिए या हाफ एम्प्टी देखिए। और मैं ये कहूंगी कि आज उत्तर प्रदेश से कहीं ना कहीं हमें एक सीख मिलती है कि अगर चाहें तो हम भी एक नया रिकॉर्ड सेट कर सकते हैं। और आज 9 करोड़, ऑलमोस्ट 9 करोड़ वैक्सीनेशन उत्तर प्रदेश में दिए गए हैं। क्या ये उपलब्धि नहीं है? क्या ये उपलब्धि नहीं है?
मैं आपको अनमेका जी बता दूं, संजू वर्मा जी भारतीय जनता पार्टी के प्रवक्ता।
Where did I lie? I want you to challenge me with an alternative number. Challenge me with an alternative number. Is the GDP of Uttar Pradesh?
Yes, each and every program is clear. Let me speak. Let me speak. Give me chance. Let me speak. Let me speak.
Okay, allow Faizan Khan to make his point. Allow Faizan Khan to make his point.
Yes. The point number 1, The point number one, which is telling about your mafia. Then मैं पॉइंट डाटा के साथ कह सकता हूं कि इनके 325 विधायक में से 114 विधायकों पे आपराधिक मुकदमे दर्ज हैं और जितने जाति विशेष के अपराधी हैं उन्हें खुला छोड़ दिया गया है और बाकियों पे एक्शन लिया जा रहा है। पहली चीज। दूसरी चीज, आदरणीय मुख्यमंत्री जी पे खुद अपराधी केस थे जो उन्होंने कैबिनेट के मीटिंग में पास करा के खत्म करा दिया। अपने डिप्टी चीफ मिनिस्टर पे अपराधी मुकदमे खत्म करा दिया जिसमें हाई कोर्ट को इंटरवेल करना पड़ा। फर्स्ट थिंग। दूसरी चीज इन्होंने कहा गंगा एक्सप्रेस वे नॉर्थ डोंट नो कि गंगा एक्सप्रेस वे आदरणीय बहन कुमारी मायावती जी ने इस प्रोजेक्ट को लेके आई थी। जेवर एयरपोर्ट को जो है प्रोजेक्ट ये आदरणीय बहन कुमारी मायावती जी लेके आई थी। तीसरा चीज इन्होंने कहा गन्ना किसान, अगर उत्तर प्रदेश में ड्राई डेवलपमेंट इन्होंने किया, घोषणा पत्र में इन्होंने कहा था कि हम दोगुना आय करेंगे गन्ना किसान का। मुझे वो फैक्ट बता दें कि कितना किसान।
Dr. Anand Ranganathan, the irony of it all, you know, people who gave tickets to Mukhtar Ansari are today questioning about criminal cases on certain MLAs. I'm not saying that it shouldn't be a question. But those who gave tickets to Mukhtar Ansari are raising this question. That's the irony, isn't it, Anand?
No, absolutely. There are 2 points, Navika. As I already, when I gave you the irrefutable NCRB data, I also quoted the fact of the lacuna and the caveat that the crime against women in UP is one of the highest. And that is, facts do not, as somebody said, facts do not care for feelings. Facts are facts. Now, unfortunately, these 3 gentlemen who are supporting Samajwadi Party, one of them, the last one, Mr. Khan, has quite rightly objected to the fact that, maybe 34%, I think is the right figure, of the current MLAs in the UP Assembly have serious charges of criminality against them. They're not yet convicted, but they have serious charges. He's absolutely right. But what he doesn't tell is the fact कि इस हमाम में सब ऐसे ही हैं कि एसपी गवर्नमेंट मेरी यही सिचुएशन थी और अभी केरला 100% लिटरेसी है लेकिन 24% of MLAs in the Kerala Legislative Assembly have serious criminal charges against them. So this is, Mr. Khan, this problem is across the political spectrum, across political assembly. दूसरी बात आपने कही वो भी एकदम ठीक बात कही मिस्टर खान कि जब योगी एक मुझे मैंने आपको इंटरप्ट नहीं किया मिस्टर खान, ये बहुत गलत बात है। देखिए प्लीज, I thought you were sensible. I thought you were not like the earlier one. Please.
The point, I'm running out of time. Anand Ranganathan, 30 seconds to you. Complete your point.
Yes, 30 seconds. Mr. Khan या बाकी जो 2 हैं वहाँ पे उनसे चैलेंज है, yes or no बता दें। चैलेंज है। April 2014 में when 3 men in Maharashtra were convicted to death because of gang rape, मुलायम सिंह ने क्या ये कहा था कि नहीं कहा था? लड़के हैं, लड़कों से गलती हो जाती है। हाँ, इन्होंने जवाब दीजिए, बोलिए, हिम्मत है?
भेज देना चाहिए था।
बोलिए भदौरिया जी, बोलिए भदौरिया जी।
हाँ, मैं बोल रहा हूँ यार, एक कमाल के आदमी है। यहाँ पे 100 बच्चों की मौतें हो गई, हजारों कोविड काल में लोगों की मौतें हो गई, उसके बारे में एक शब्द नहीं बोल पा रहे। आत्मा मर गई है।
मुद्दे से भटकाने से मुद्दे हल नहीं होते। इशू हियर इज diversion of facts is not really what people of India want. When Uttar Pradesh goes to vote, may we hope that political parties as well as voters pay more attention to development, to how their lives have changed. May from now on every election look at the quality of life index rather than looking at the quality of politics index. Because unless lives change, there is no point in having one political party or another. And today, when the Prime Minister supported UP Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath, either political parties will come and have to disprove these facts or better them, because that is the only agenda people in Uttar Pradesh and in the rest of India will vote for. Thank you very much to my panelists for joining me on debate number 1. Taking a short break, on the other side, आम आदमी पार्टी को राम क्यों याद आए उत्तर प्रदेश के चुनाव से पहले? That's the direct and exclusive interview with Manish Sisodia from Ayodhya coming up on